Hey, good morning, everybody. It's about 8:18. It looks like, or is it 8:10? Can't really tell. Yeah, it's 8:18 on this TGIF morning. I'm going to work at 1:30, so I still got plenty of time. I just gotta wash my clothes and go from there. Excuse me. But I want to talk about the fact that tomorrow or this weekend, at SummerSlam, whatever they're calling it, Access, SummerSlam, something. That one of the things they're going to do is reveal the roster for the event or for the game for WWE 2K15. Now we pretty much know that there are several names already announced. We do know that we got Cena, we got Orton, we got Wyatt, we got, I think, Cameron, we got Naomi, I believe, is going to be in there. We have Hogan, we have Sting. Well, you got to get him to a pre-order, and I'll do that myself. You got all these different not characters, but you got these different names already announced. You got the different modes. You got the season mode. If you go through, well, you got to get the season mode if you have PS4, Xbox One, which I'm pretty sure is going to be changed up before the release, and it's going to be on all the systems because I don't think people buying the game are going to want to be left out if they can only afford to still have a 360 or a PS3. So I think they're going to switch that up a little bit. I think that'll be available on all systems. We do know that we're getting a rivalry mode, basically two rivalries: Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and John Cena, CM Punk. I think we're getting another Years of WrestleMania deal. Maybe, I'm pretty sure of that. And of course, we'll have what we've had before, exhibition. I'm pretty sure we're going to have universe mode. So, and like I said, we're going to get the new season mode or career mode, whatever it's called. And, just see where we go from there. So far it sounds like a decent bag of goodies. And we also know that, 2K is working more closely with this than they did the last one, so it's definitely going to look better. No matter what system I think you play it on, it's going to look better graphically. So, what exactly else would I like to see in this game besides, of course, some of the superstars and divas that we've seen on television already? What would I like to see here? Well, one thing is I have a feeling they're going to expand the arena feel. So we'll have more arenas to choose from when it comes to creating arenas. I believe they're going to expand on that. I believe we're going to get a lot more arenas that are already established from other pay-per-views. We're going to get those. I'm pretty sure we're going to get... Now, I'm not saying we will, but I'm pretty sure they're going to probably put Nitro in there. The Nitro Arena, maybe even the Thunder Arena, to play in with the fact that you can probably see both on the WWE Network when they are uploaded on the network. So I definitely see that. So I definitely see those arenas being established in, as well as I would predict they would give us something like the SummerSlam 92 arena, which would be nice to have. So, just those kind of things. I'm hoping that they expand on the Creative Championship mode. Now, I'm not saying the Creative Championship mode here wasn't bad. It's just that when I first tried using the Custom Championship mode, where I would try to custom make my own titles, every time I would try to defend them in Universe mode, the game would freeze up. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not saying that it's not a bad thing because it does work on occasions, and maybe it does work more often now than last time, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I do hope they expand on giving us more different belt designs to use than what they had given us in this previous one, or the more recent one. Hopefully they'll give us more belt canvases, if you know what I mean, to work with, because that would be nice to have. I hope, and I would like to see expansions on all names, and when it comes to creating your wrestler and all that, or your diva, I would like to see a variety more, a more variety of names. Not just real names like my own, which is in there, but other names. You know, basically an encyclopedia's worth of names and whatever nicknames you want to put. So I would like to see that. So that's one thing I would like to see, an expansion on the names. Another thing I would like to see is them acknowledging the fact that you have these CAW leagues out there, and I'd like them to allow you to, when you create a championship or you create your own CAW league in universe mode, or even create a story mode, that they work on it. They work on the fact that the announcers, let's say you decide like I do to use the Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole announce team, that instead of them constantly saying, listen to the WWE universe, this is what WWE is about, and blah blah blah. I want to see it. I would like to see in this game, since 2K is basically working more closely here. I would like to see in the game the announcers say the CAW promotion's name. It can be perfect, and sometimes it cannot be perfect. But still, I would like to hear them say something like, with CCL, I would like to hear Michael Cole saying, "This is what," instead of saying "This is what WWE is all about," have him say something like, "This is what CCL is all about." Have him do that, or like in my case, say, "This is what DCWA is all about." Allow us the option to have the championship or have the promotion acknowledged by the announcers. Give us the option that when we create our championships, either we use the custom championships, or we custom make or custom remake the established championships that you give us already, that are already in the system. Have the announcers, instead of saying something like "for the worldwide title" and blah 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 blah, have them basically do what I would like to see with the announcers. Have them say, "The following contest is for the CCL World Championship, or for the CCL Divas Championship, or for the DCWA Tag Team Championship." I would like to see them do announcements like that. And believe me, if if not WWE, but 2K does that, 2K can help out and make that become a reality, then I guarantee you'll have a lot more people wanting to see more from this system. They're going to want to see more from this series, I should say, than what they got last year and recently, and what's upcoming. I would like to see that. I would like to see it to where the announcers actually say the CAW promotion or CAW's league's name. And you're speaking of the announcers, when they're commentating on the match, instead of just having, like I said earlier, instead of just having, to give somebody a ring name, like mine, instead of them saying, instead of the announcer saying my name in the match, basically they call me by the nickname I have to use, which is Hero. So I'd like to see it to where they could say something like, "Oh, Brian with the upper hand," instead of Hero with the upper hand. And I'd like to see again that encyclopedia of real names added into the game, so you got more realism, you got more lifelike playability out of it. I would like to see that. I would like it to where they would even allow you to name your pay-per-view. Because I remember back when the SmackDown series started, I think you got to name your own pay-per-view, and I would love for them to do that again. And I'm not saying we're not doing that here, because we are in 2K14. But I would like it. But I would like it to where, not only do we create the pay-per-view, but we have an actual introduction to where the announcers say something like, "Welcome to CCL Adrenaline." That would be something to really get excited about. That would be something to really, love about this game, because you're actually having, through the voices of a Michael Cole and a Jerry Lawler, or a Michael Cole JBL, acknowledging and saying your CAW League's name and your CAW League's show's name. I would like it as well. I would like to see this added. I would like to see actual intros for your show added as well. Basically, I want this brought in as well as brought back for entrances. You know, in WWE 13, we were allowed to create our own Titantrons. We don't get to have that here in 2K14, so I'm hoping they bring that back in 2K15. As well as I would like to see us be given the opportunity to create our own show or pay-per-view intros. You know, so that way, you know, you can have the announcer show up on there and say, now DCWA or now CCL present. And then you have the name of the your pay-per-view announced. Like you could say SummerSlam, or you could say Climax, or you could say this, or you could say that. I would love to see that happen. I would. You know, and one of the things I do remember, I think from one of the previous games in the past, is they used to have some kind of like build up to like a championship match. You know, after you do like a series of matches in like a universe mode or career mode or whatever it was, they build up to that one pay-per-view match, and then they do a vignette of all the matches you had getting there and what you've gone through. So I would like to see that not just back in universe mode, not just in career mode. I would like to see that in creative story mode. I would even like to see that, you know, in exhibition mode. I would love to see that. I would. I would love to see that, to where you can create your own entrance, create your own show's intro, create your own pay-per-view intro, create your own video package, you know, to build up to be shown before a big time match. I would love to see all this added because I think it brings more realism to the game. Be more fun. And you can't tell me listening to this right now that you wouldn't want to see any of this added in the game, because you know as well as I do, it would really, really sell this game. It would really get people to want to buy this game, especially if you're someone that's into the CAW leagues like I am, and those running CCL and NCA and ACW and WDF, and you know, those running the, you know, CAW Facebook groups. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to see something like that, because I would. I really would. Another thing I would like to see is the DLCs. You know, with DLC, of course, we're going to get other superstars and divas, but what I would like, here's what I would like. Here's what I would like. I would like it to where with the DLCs of the superstars and divas and moves and whatever else you got, move sets and, you know, headshots or custom heads or whatever you want to call it, or finishers and, you know, stuff like that. I would like it to where, you know, you get all that, but you get more. I would like the DLC constantly updated, and not just have like 2 or 3 or 4 packages, you know, given to us, whether we're using, you know, for free, if we're using, let's say, the season pass, or we're buying them individually. I would love to see the DLCs constantly updated. I would like to see constant DLC that allows you to get more out of this game than normal. I would like to see more constant DLCs with more superstars and divas from NXT that get called up, or legendary superstars or legendary divas. You know, just all these DLCs. I would love to see more than just 3 DLC packages. I'd like to see 6, maybe 8 DLC packages being, being released up until the release of 2K16. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see the game constantly update and keep up with the times. And speaking of updates, anytime the game has to be updated, because let's face it, we're probably going to get a game that's going to be a little buggy, but I'd like to see the game constantly, if it has to update itself, update when somebody is either released from the company and they're alumni, so that instead of, let's say down the line, not saying it would happen, but let's say, for example, they release Xavier Woods. Like I said, it's probably not going to happen because they're doing something with him. But let's say they release him. So instead of having him under the SmackDown or Raw, banner, when 2K updates the game, they can suddenly change the brand around. They could just automatically, let's say, you haven't had time to do it, they can automatically put WWE alumni under. They can put him under the WWE alumni deal. I mean, you could still play him, but he would basically keeping up with what's going on in real time. They would be acknowledging in the game that a Superstar Diva has been released. That when they made the game, yes, this Superstar Diva was under contract, but now they're released. I would like to see that. I really would, because I think it would be great. And again, I would like to see more, like I mentioned earlier, I'd like to see more arenas added. But I want to see more than just what we got with 2K14. I want to see the kind of arenas that can really really put your creativity to the test. I would like to see high school gymnasium arenas in there. I would like to see actual armory arenas. Not just, that and NXT kind of deal. Yeah, I would like to see the NXT arena be used for create arena as well. But I'd like to see, new ones like, high school, middle school gymnasium design, armory design, baseball stadium design, kind of take a page out of TNA, kind of throw it in their face. I would like to see that. I would like to see the original Nitro arena, not just as an established arena, but its stage design. It's 2 stage designs, if you will. The one we got to know, and then the one in its closing years, with the big WCW sign. I would like to see that. Added to the system. I would like to see that added as not just an established arena, but as one you can use in Create Arena. Same with the original Thunder stage. Because you had 2 Thunder stages, if you will. Actually 3. But the one I'm talking about is the very first one, the very rocky granite kind of stage. I would like to see that as an established arena stage, as well as Create Arena, as well as I would like to see the classic and more well-known Thunder stage that we got to know and love before they went into the big Thunder Vision kind of stuff. I'd love to see that. I would love to see a Create Arena, an established arena of the Saturday night venue of Center Stage. That would be something. That would be something nice to see. So I think this is stuff I would love to see, and hopefully they add in for 2K15, because you do this, you do all that I've mentioned. They add all this that I've mentioned, and I guarantee you, people are going to get excited about it. They're going to love it. You can even add in, as far as Create Arenas goes, add in a tribute, an arena that's established and created, and you can use in creation of the ECW arena, of the new Abra arena in Philadelphia. Put something like that, and I guarantee you fans will love using that. In fact, I can guarantee you this: you got a lot of ECW fans that play this game. They'll be happy to use that established arena or created arena to create an ECW arena or a CZW arena or whatever. These are just things I would like to see, and hopefully they're going to add it. Again, these are just things I would like to see, and hopefully they will add them as we get more information about the game. Not just the roster reveal this weekend, but more about what's going to be in it, and how the DLCs are going to work. Again, I want to see DLCs constantly be updated. I'd love to see DLCs constantly be updated for the game all the way up until we get to 2K16. No more of this 3 or 4 packs of DLC packs. I want to see DLC packs all the way up to when 2K16 comes out. As well as I would love to see up to date real time updates with the game. So like I said, if somebody gets released, instead of them constantly being under the Raw or SmackDown brand or NXT brand, Boom, join the alumni. And you don't have to do a thing. I would love to see that. That's something that needs to be done. And again, this is just my opinion, though. It's my opinion, but I'd love to see it. I would love to see more updated tribute to the troops arenas, especially the outdoor ones. Like when they went outdoors in Dallas for the Fort Worth one. I'd love to see that. I would just love to see more creative freedom given to the user, to the player with these games. So like if putting someone like, let's say, if they're creating a character like, let's say, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yugimoto from Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, you should give them a lot of names, a lot of letters, and just go with the best you can. So that, let's say let's say you create someone like Yugimoto, or you just call him Yu-Gi-Oh! You can have the announcer saying, "Coming down the aisle from Tokyo, Japan, Yu-Gi-Oh!" or Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, that would be something I think a lot of fans would love. And I'd love to see more creativity when it comes to creating the character, you know, with different attires and stuff like that. I would love to see more of that. I'd love to see more freedom and more creativity given, so that you know, fans will come back for more. And I'd love to see more creative stuff given out with DLC packs as well. So to me, this is just stuff I want to see in 2K15. I mean, if they're willing to give us a better version than a better game than 2K14, and with 2K behind it right now, helping out more so than they did last year, really getting involved, if you will, this is what I want to see. So that's all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you would like to see in 2K15, and do you agree with any of the ideas I gave? So, till next time, God bless, take care, I am out.